Welcome to a tale of twists and fate, where the clock rewinds and the stakes are great. Through Roman halls where whispers collide, a stranger's warning, the pasts divide. On Did You Know, we journey back to the Ides of March on history's track. Could one man's survival change it all? Let's step inside Caesar's hall.
Imagine standing in the crowded Roman Senate on the Ides of March, 44 BCE. Julius Caesar is about to enter, unaware that 23 daggers await him. But this time, something changes. A stranger steps forward, someone from the future, with a warning: do not enter. Today, history will change. What happens next? What happens if Julius Caesar survives his assassination? Today on Did You Know, we're exploring an alternate history where Julius Caesar lives to see another day. Would Rome flourish under his continued rule, or collapse under the weight of his ambition? Stick around, because this story takes some unexpected turns. In our timeline, Julius Caesar's assassination marked a turning point in Roman history. The Republic had been teetering for years, and Caesar's death set off a chain reaction: civil wars, the rise of Augustus, and the birth of the Roman Empire. But what if Caesar never died that day? What if, thanks to a mysterious time traveler, he lived to consolidate his power? Let's start with Caesar himself. He wasn't just a military genius, he was a politician with big plans. In his final months, he was pushing reforms that would have reshaped Rome, granting citizenship to people in the provinces, reorganizing the Senate, and even planning massive construction projects. If he'd survived, these plans might have created a stronger, more unified Rome. But here's the catch: Caesar's growing power had already made him enemies. His survival wouldn't erase the resentment building among the Senate and the elite. Would his continued rule spark even more conspiracies, or a full-blown rebellion? Now imagine this: Caesar avoids assassination and declares himself dictator for life, something he was already hinting at before his death. Rome doesn't transition into an empire under Augustus. It becomes Caesar's personal monarchy. But would that stabilize Rome, or would it tear the Republic apart even faster? There's also the question of Caesar's ambitions beyond Rome. In his lifetime, he was planning a massive campaign to conquer Parthia, a powerful empire in what is now Iran. If he'd lived, he might have launched that campaign, extending Rome's reach further east. Picture a Roman Empire stretching into Asia, influencing cultures and creating a hybrid civilization. Would this have made Rome even more powerful, or spread it too thin to survive? But let's look at the other side of this coin. Caesar's death didn't just end his rule. It paved the way for the rise of Augustus, who established the Pax Romana, a 200-year period of relative peace and stability. If Caesar lived, there's no guarantee that peace would have followed. In fact, his survival might have delayed or even prevented the creation of the Roman Empire as we know it. And then there's the question of democracy. By the time of Caesar, the Roman Republic was already on life support, riddled with corruption and inequality. Some historians argue that Caesar's death gave Rome one last chance to hold on to its republican ideals, even if that chance ultimately failed. If Caesar had lived, would the idea of democracy have disappeared entirely, replaced by a world dominated by monarchs and emperors. Here's where things get even more fascinating: the ripple effects on modern history. Rome's influence shaped Western civilization in profound ways, from law and government to architecture and culture. If Caesar had survived and taken a different path, how might that have changed the world we live in today? Would the United States Constitution based on Roman Republican ideals even exist? Would democracy as we know it have ever taken root? And what about the time traveler who prevented the assassination? In trying to save Caesar, would they inadvertently cause greater chaos? History has a way of balancing itself, and sometimes saving one life can disrupt the lives of millions. So what happens if Julius Caesar survives his assassination? The truth is, it's a double-edged sword. His continued rule might have strengthened Rome or hastened its downfall. Either way, the world we know today would look very different. What do you think? Would saving Caesar be worth the risk, or is history better left untouched? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode of Did You Know? Next up, what if the Sahara Desert turned into a forest? A green transformation that could change the planet's future. Stick around. This one's gonna blow your mind.
So we leave the symphony of change, where human and machine rearrange. Will the soul of music still hold sway, or fade to algorithms day by day? From did you know it's time to part, but the future sings an evolving art. Until next time, let questions ignite, for the sound of tomorrow is in sight.